Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. My name is Lauren if you're new here, and if you're not new, thank you so much for coming back. Today what I wanted to do is I wanted to talk about what products I used in May that I just keep coming back to. And it was kind of, I had some trouble figuring out exactly what I wanted to do for this video because I didn't use a whole lot of new products. I mean, I used a few, but mainly I was reusing products that were older in my collection that I maybe was trying to get a feel for and coming to see that I really loved them. So this is gonna be a video of a lot of older products, but still the ones that I used the most in May, and some new products. There's a few in there. And also there are some products that I hated. So I definitely wanted to talk about a couple products that I tried out that really flopped for me. There's just a couple, there's not too many this month, but yeah, they were bad. So let's get into it. So first I wanted to start with a palette that is pretty new in my collection, and this is probably not gonna be a huge surprise, but this is the Give Me Glow 2 Moods palette. And I did a video on this where I tried this one out as well as the new one from Menagerie Cosmetics, their Sugar Glider palette, which is also really good. But I just found myself reaching for this palette over and over again. I just felt like the colors performed so well, and I really am a huge fan of purple, so this side got used quite a bit. And I was actually surprised by how often I was reaching into the more peachy pink side as well. I really love Give Me Glow's formula. I just think it's so easy to use. I never have any issues with patchiness or blending, and I've also been using their primers, and those are also phenomenal. I actually even recently tried out their gel glitter primer. I was a little worried because every single glitter primer that I've used has caused me to have an allergic reaction on my eyes. So they get red, they get puffy, they get itchy, it's terrible. But when I tried the Give Me Glow glitter primer, I haven't had any issues yet. So we're still trying it out. We're still kind of seeing if I end up having a reaction to it. But so far so good. And I do normally use it on top of eyeshadow, so that's what I did with this look. I have the 2 Moods palette all over my eyes, and then I actually went in with one of my Give Me Glow singles, and I patted that all over the middle of my eye. That kind of brings me to the next products that I was loving this month, and it's my single eyeshadow palettes. If you've been here for a little while, I mean, not that long, my channel's pretty new, but you'll see that I've done quite a few swatches of some of my single eyeshadows. And Give Me Glow sells pretty much all of their eyeshadows. I think it's single pans as well, and they're amazing. So I have a huge collection of singles. This is part of it. This is not even the whole thing, but in this corner is my Give Me Glow singles, and again, it's some of them, it's not even all of them. This is kind of like the overflow of my Give Me Glows, but in the middle of my eye, I decided to use this color, which is described as Mystery Topper. So it's a Mystery Topper. Just so you kind of know what's in here, these are all my Cleona, and then these are JD Glow. So I do want to do a swatch video of all my Cleona at some point, so that'll be coming up at some point because they're awesome. But yeah, Give Me Glow, just a huge favorite this month. I need to put all those palettes away for a little while, so I stopped reaching for them. I need to do other things. But yeah, such a good palette. Absolutely love the 2 Moods palette, so can't recommend it more highly. It's a fake plant, buddy. It's a fake plant. Okay, I got a little ahead of myself. I forgot to add, I always love my SuperGoop glow screen. So good. It's got a little bit of a luminous finish, so you do get a little bit of glow. And yeah, always use your sunscreen, right? Next I want to talk about, actually this is another new product. So I have been loving as foundation on my face today, the Rituel Luminous Elixir 3-Drop Foundation. So this has not officially launched on their website yet. I keep checking to see if it has. This is what they're calling a lab sample that they were selling for a discounted price. I think they were just wanting to get people's feedback on how it performed. Basically, we were test subjects, and I am so happy I was able to get this because it's so good. I've been using it along with the Rituel Thorn oil, and it's just such a good foundation. It's incredibly dewy, which is why I normally end up setting it with a little bit of a matte powder because it's almost too dewy. You just look a little bit moist. But I love how it looks. It wears all day. I don't have any issues with it rubbing off or seeping into my fine lines, which I do have, which is totally okay. And I just have really been loving this product. I have it in the color Ceres, and the color match is just so good. The only drawback to this is that I have found the best way to apply it is with your fingers, which is how they recommend applying it. And it's a little bit messy. So it's almost like kind of, when I have more time, I'll reach for the Rituel de Fille. But if I don't, if I'm in a rush, I normally won't use it because it's almost like kind of like a spa treatment. You're just kind of like patting it into your skin and it's so relaxing. Like I love it, but it is a little more time consuming because you're getting your hands all dirty. You have to wash your hands. Like I put the Thorn oil on with my hands as well. So it's like a whole thing. So there is another product that I've been using quite a bit this month that I use for foundation if I don't have enough time to go into the Rituel de Fille. And that is the Charlotte Tilbury Beautiful Skin Foundation. I have mine in color 3 neutral, so this one is not on my face today, just the Rituel de Fille is. But this has been amazing. The finish on this is so flawless. The stain power is amazing. I think I said in a previous video, it almost looks like my face is plastic. I mean, like, not in a bad way. That sounds so bad. But it looks so good. It looks so much better. Like, any discoloration is covered up. All my pores are pretty well covered. It just looks so good. And it's one of those foundations that I found that I turn to if I'm, you know, having trouble deciding what to wear. I will turn to this because I know I can rely on this. Love it. A product that's not new on the market, but was a little newer in my collection that, again, I've talked about this one quite a bit too, is the Givenchy setting powder. And I have this one in one. So I think they have like that bigger compact that has like the 4 colors in it. That setting powder is super cool. And then they have this little travel mini guy, and it's only 1 color, so it's not the 4 colors that the other ones are, but it's so good. I love to put this in my T-zone. It gives it a mattifying effect. It doesn't settle into my fine lines, which again, like around my eyes is where my concerns are. And it's really good. And because it has that lavender color, it's a little bit brightening as well. So really enjoy this product. Givenchy is a little bit pricey, but yeah, I spend too much on makeup. But I've really been enjoying that product. I feel like I've made a little bit of a dent in there. Okay, you can't really tell. I promise there's a little bit of a dent in there. I'm actually really proud of myself. Concealer. This is a newer concealer. So I have been using the DIOR Backstage concealer, and I was so excited when they launched this. I think it was a couple months ago at this point, because their DIOR Backstage foundation is one of my ride or dies. Hardcore. That thing is the best thing. Oh my gosh. I'm almost done with my bottle. So proud of myself. And I know that I'll have to buy another one because I want it in my collection at all times. So when they came out with the concealer, I was like, yeah, I need to get that. I need to try it out. And I'm happy to say that it's amazing. I love this concealer. Again, one of my main concerns is the fine lines around my eyes, and this doesn't settle into it. It's not too heavy. It gives it a little bit of coverage, enough to make me happy, and it can cover up my pores pretty well, because again, where I use my concealer is in my T-zone. And yeah, I have just really been liking this. Plus, this is a great color match. I have mine in 1N, and it's just been working really well for me. So wanted to give this little guy a shout out. Another setting powder that's not on my face, but I wanted to mention is kind of bizarre because this has been in my collection for quite some time. And I just recently pulled it out again and realized it was actually really good. So this is the Fenty Beauty setting powder. I have mine in the color Butter. And I really enjoy this product. It's super finely milled. I feel like, again, it doesn't settle into my fine lines. It does a great job setting the product on my face and giving it a little bit of a mattifying effect without making it look dry. And yeah, it smells really good. Like, gonna sniff it. Yeah, it smells really good. It's not overly fragrant, so I do tend to have issues with products that like have too much fragrance in them, but this is just subtle enough where I can actually enjoy it. So yeah, shout out to Fenty because I really do like this product. Plus I enjoy the fact that it comes in a mini. You know, anytime you make stuff in a mini, which apparently is just like my thing today, I'm gonna be more inclined to buy it. So yeah. Another product that I don't think is a surprise at all, but was new this year, is the Macstack Mascara, obviously from MAC. This, oh my god, this is such a good product. Like, why are people not more excited about this product? I have very light lashes. They lean on the blonder side. They are not very long, and I can't use fake lashes because the fake lash glue just makes my face chaos. So when I found this, I was so freaking impressed. Like the lift, the color, the thickness, the volume, it does everything, and it doesn't shed throughout the day. There have been some great mascaras out there that just have shedded throughout the day and just ruin the look, and it's always a disappointment when they do that. Not this one. I have found that this stays on my eyelashes all day. It is a fantastic product. So this is another one that when I run out of it, I am going to have to rebuy it because it needs to be in my collection at all times. But let's talk about some disappointing products. So I know previously I've talked about the NYX Epic Eyeliner. It's great. It's a fantastic eyeliner. I use it all the time, and I was like, oh, okay, like we're gonna try the waterproof formula. And we're gonna try the tip that's a little bit different. It's more like a paintbrush rather than any sort of sturdy felt tip. So yeah, the NYX Epic Wear Waterproof Liquid Eyeliner. This is what the tip looks like, just so you can kind of see that. It's like a paintbrush, and I hate it. I hate pretty much everything about this product, except the formula. The formula is absolutely fantastic, but getting it on your eye is near impossible. The applicator does not allow you to do a fine wing, and it does not allow you to really have control over what you're doing. I just found that I was smudging it all over the place, and trust me when I say it is waterproof, because once I smudged, I have ruined many looks trying to get this to work. So this was a big fail for me. I'll probably hold on to it, to be honest, for when I go anywhere where there's water, because it's not gonna move. It's gonna stay on, and it's going to not look the best, but at least it'll stay on. So there's that. Is that worth it? I mean, it's up to you. It's hard to work with. Let's just put it that way. So a little bit of a disappointing product there. Not super stoked on it. We'll continue using my NYX Epic Eyeliner, not the waterproof version, and not with this little paintbrush applicator. I'd rather have a felt tip. I just feel like a felt tip gives you better control over your wing. Another fail. I picked this up in one of the Sephora VIB sales. I don't think it was the latest one. I think it was the one before that. But this is the Norvina Chroma Sticks, and I got mine in the color black. And it's not very good. I am always looking for a good pencil eyeliner, and this one I found it's just a little bit too thick for me. It doesn't have a fine point, and it didn't come with any sort of sharpener. I have a sharpener, so I can sharpen it. But what I found out lately is I actually really prefer a pencil stick liner so that I can sharpen it. And I just feel like the tip is better that way, because if you try to sharpen this, it's gonna get real messy, you know? So I didn't like the size of the tip. I just thought it was too big. And I also didn't love that it melted off my face. So it's hard to find a pencil eyeliner that stays in your bottom waterline. I know that. I've gone through so many. This was not one that stayed. This is one that just, you know, like I would touch the corner of my eye and I could feel it coming off. I could see it on my fingers. It didn't last very long. So I am determined to use it up. I should be able to, but I'm gonna be disappointed every time I use it because it's just not a good product. In terms of eyebrows, I mean, eyebrow products I feel like are one of those products that I don't need to buy all the new things, right? Like I'm totally happy finding one that I love and sticking to that. So I have been using the Kosas Brow Pop, and mine is in the color, I have it in two colors, but I use the taupe one the most. And yes, I got it because the packaging is fantastic. Look at that, it's great. But it's also just a great brow liner. I really like this product, and I just use it to fill in my brows. Nothing big, nothing exciting, but I do like this product quite a bit. I've also been trying to use up some of my Anastasia Beverly Hills products. So I have this little guy. I am blanking on what the actual name of this product is. I don't know if you can see, but I have worn down the packaging. I am determined to use this guy up. So what I do normally is I kind of fill in my brow with the Kosas product, and then I go over it with the ABH products. And yeah, they've been working. So it's just one of those products that's not super exciting to me, so I don't feel like I need to go out and explore all the new brow products. Bronzer. So I'm in the process of testing out a ton of new bronzers. So I'm not going to talk about any of those yet. Those will be in a separate video. But it's actually kind of bizarre what I've been reaching for lately. So I have this little kit from Makeup Forever. They sell the outer packaging and then you can buy the inserts. And this one I have like a little eyeshadow. I never use it. And then I have this bronzer and it is in the color Fawn. And it is fantastic. I know I mentioned before that I've been really into cream products. Obviously the Rare Beauty bronzer stick is kind of my ride or die lately, but this has been an amazing powder product. I have had no problem with patchiness. It's really easy to build up the color if you want something a little darker. And it's just a fantastic color for me. It's light enough where that I don't feel like if I go in heavy-handed, it would look like I went in heavy-handed. But again, it also has that buildable factor if I do want something a little more noticeable. And it's just like, the application on it is so good. Like Makeup Forever is one of those brands that I feel like people don't talk about, but they know it's really good, but they don't talk about it. So I wanted to talk about it. Another product that's a little bit older, but had so much hype when it first came out, the Tower 28 blushes. These are cream blushes. This is in the color Magic Hour, and mine is like super gross. So you can probably see little, you know, hairs in there. I don't know what to tell you, man. Like the cream products get so gross, but they're also so good. And this is not a new blush by any means, but it's one that when I was doing my blush declutter, I purposely pulled out so I would get some more use out of it. And I've been using it so much. It's such a natural color and it just goes on so great and it just layers with everything well. I've definitely had some experience where cream products can remove your under layers, but this one, no, not that issue at all. It's so good. And again, the color is beautiful. I think Tower 28 did a great job with these. I do wish the packaging was a little more airtight because I feel like it's not, but I've had mine for a little while and I haven't had any issues with it. So, okay, fingers crossed that nothing grows in it. Another older product, a highlighter that's actually a little bit newer in my collection. I didn't get this one when it first came out, but this is the Natasha Denona I Need a Nude Glow. And this highlighter is super pretty. And you know what? It's not too crazy. I hope you can see it. I hope it's showing up on camera really well because it actually is a little bit more subtle than you would think. It doesn't have any large glitter flecks, which I absolutely love. I hate highlighters that have large pieces of glitter in them. And it just looks very natural. And again, this is another product that's really easy to build up, which I love. If you're going for a more natural look, you can do one swipe, or you can continue to just layer it on and really get that magical golden glow. I really do feel like this one checks out. I think it's good. Another highlighter that I've found myself reaching for quite a bit is this one from M Cosmetics. So this is their Moonbeam highlighter in Aura. And it's super interesting the way the packaging is. It has like a little poof, and then you go in here and you put the little poof in it and you get some product and then you poof it on your face. And I love it. It works so good. This is a fantastic product. Much more blinding, I find, than I Need a Nude Glow from Natasha Denona. It is definitely, it packs a punch. It's really good if you want something a little more out there. It is a little bit of a sticky product, so there is some wait time to let it dry down, but it's worth it. It is so fantastic. Absolutely love that highlighter. Last but not least, let's talk about lips. I've tried out quite a few great lipsticks, but the product that I keep reaching for in May is this one. Not this one in particular. This is the one I have on. This is the Buxom Plumping Lip Gloss in Sugar. And this is just the one that was like closest to me. I have like 8 of these and they're all like distributed in different purses, like all over my house. I don't know where they go. I mean, they're so small and compact and travel friendly. I just absolutely love this formula by Buxom. It does give your lips a little bit of a tingle, but nothing extreme. It just looks really good. Like, I've just been loving glosses lately. I mean, I've always loved glosses. Because it's summer, it's just nice to have a little bit of a gloss on and nothing too heavy, you know? So, is it summer? Is it still spring? I'm not actually sure. Oh my God, I need to figure out what day it is. But those were the favorite items that I used in May. Some old, some new, just a little bit of each. I really want these videos to be about what I've been using over and over again and what I find myself reaching for, rather than what's the newest products that I've used that are the best. It's not my goal to buy every single new product on the market, but it's really my goal to find out what I love and what is going to be impactful in my collection. So that's kind of my goal for these videos. I know this one is coming out a little late. We are into June. So, but I wanted to get it out there, and yeah, I wanted to talk about these products because a couple were bombs, but a lot of them are really, really good. Let me know in the comments below if you've used any of these. I would love to hear your opinion on them as well, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!